So you weren't drafted, but you were signed very quickly after the draft as unsigned, yeah, an undrafted free agent. Was there an inkling that you were going to end up on the Red Sox prior to that, and how did the conversation like after the draft go?
Right. So, um, I thought I had a chance throughout the draft, so I had my phone ready by me the whole time. And it wasn't until the 20th round, right when it was wrapping up, I got a phone call um, from Connor, and he said that I was second on the Red Sox list right now, but they have one pick left. So we were going to see what we could do, and then it was not even a minute after the draft. He called me back and said that the Red Sox want me. So I said, let's do it, of course. So it
What's
did
that?
happen pretty
Yeah.
fast.
What's that feeling like for you? I mean, did you grow up a big baseball fan?
Oh, definitely. This is my dream all along to play at the next level. So definitely when I got the chance to do so, I was incredibly excited.
Was there a point when you thought, and I don't know if it was this season or previously, or even when you were in high school, but was there a point when you thought, man, maybe I might be able to do this professionally?
Right. Yeah. I had my senior year of high school. There was some talks. There was going to be a chance, but that ended up being the COVID year. Draft
Oh,
was cut down to 5 rounds, so going to Kent State University was the best option for me. And then not until I got the starting spot this year, this past my senior year at Kent, or well, redshirt junior year, and things were going really well for me. The thought came back around that hey, I could potentially do this at the next level.
yeah. Is this something that, like, how are your parents with it? Are they big baseball people?
They're thrilled. This is everything.
What do they do?
My mom is a vice president portfolio manager, and my dad is retired.
Gotcha. What did he do before he retired?
He works in the steel mill.
Gotcha. Very, very Pittsburgh.
Yes,
Yeah, that's true.
yes,
I want to. I'm gonna throw it back here. Obviously, you are down in Fort Myers right now. You've been down there for the past few days. What have I guess you've been up to the last few days down at the complex, and I guess what have you been meeting all the other guys? Like, how has that been?
right. So basically, the past 3 days, the first day we had our physicals, just getting all that checked out, and those just got cleared. But the past 3 days have been like an orientation. We've had optional work, but we're not allowed to work out with any coaches or anything until our physicals pass. But it's been like an orientation. We've had multiple meetings, meeting all the staff down here. It's been really good so far. But yeah, I think tomorrow we're getting started with everything, so it should be good.
I was gonna ask too. Who? I guess I know on your end it was Connor. They called you and told you were getting drafted. But whenever you did get that call, did you end up getting a call from the Red Sox? I would assume.
Yes, after I had agreed to sign, from
Okay.
like between Connor, but yes, later on I did get a call from somebody with the Red Sox.
And so, how was that? Like, what did you guys kind of talk about? Was it very brief, or was it something like where they were just like, "Hey, we like this about you," or how does that something like that go?
It was very brief. It was just welcome to the Red Sox. Congratulations, and then just we'll get some information emailed to you later on, and enjoy the rest of your night.
So what do you do? What do you do?
He's got a dog barking, so I'll take over until he's
All good.
um so last year what was kind of funny is I kind of preluded to this earlier in the episode, but last year we talked to a lot of the 2023 class right after they got drafted, and a lot of the guys were down, like they had all met each other in the hotels, like in the hallways, like it was the first time everybody was really meeting each other. And I feel like they were already bonding, like within the first few days, like they were already like going out to eat and stuff like that. Like, has any of that like gone on with you guys, or is that probably not till after you guys sign? Like, I guess, how has that been?
Oh, definitely. It's pretty cool, and it's just the same as every other baseball team. I've been on summer leagues in college. You just a bunch of guys the same age. First day, everybody's quiet or getting to know each other a little bit, and then the second day, everybody's best friends with each other. It just that's how it always goes. And yeah, everybody's great down here. We're all very close already. So yeah.
I know you're not like there was something. Oh, actually, never mind. I stand corrected. Last year they drafted two guys that were 6'7", Blake Wehunt and Trenner O'Donnell, and they were roommates actually. So it was very fitting. I didn't realize that you were 6'5" until just right now. So you're actually one of the big guys. But I did notice a trend that they did draft a ton of dudes that were just really tall. And I think that's been their thing the last like couple of years. Like, is that true? Like, did you kind of mingle with some of the guys and be like, okay, we're a big group of guys here?
Oh yeah, somebody with the Red Sox staff mentioned, I think today, that he said we decided to draft a bunch of basketball players this year. And yeah, being 6'5", I'm used to being the tallest guy in the room, and there's quite a few guys that are taller than me, if not they're the same height as me. So it's that's definitely new for me, but it's pretty cool.
So in that part of Ohio, did you grow up like a Pirates fan, or like what team did you grow up following? And is there
Pittsburgh?
Did you have a favorite pitcher?
Not a favorite pitcher, but growing up, Andrew McCutchen was my favorite baseball player.
I love McCutchen. He's one of those guys that I feel like even if you didn't grow up in Pittsburgh, if you're just a baseball fan, you're going to absolutely love the guy. Like, were you stoked when he re-signed with Pittsburgh?
Definitely, yeah, for sure.
Doesn't that make you feel old, Ed, that you ask somebody who they liked growing up and they say McCutchen? Like he's whenever we were growing up.
Listen. I'm the same age as Freddie Freeman, and people talk about him being old. So like, I get it. I know that I am old at this point.
All right, fair. I'm still on the right side at 30, so I'm not like that old, but like, you know, I did see you're still 22, so it's like, all right, like we're starting to get to that point where everybody getting drafted is like born in the year 2000 or later. So it's like I'm starting to feel a little old, but all right. So I just saw something on the page as well that I got to ask you about. I was going to ask you if you had ever been to New England before, but I did see you played summer ball in Keene, New Hampshire. What was your experience like in Keene? Because I'm a New Hampshire guy. I live in Nashua, cool. So I'm not too far. So what was it like playing in New England?
Keene, New Hampshire was awesome. It was so my freshman year at Kent State, I was redshirted, and then I got some playing time in Keene, and it was great. It's just a small little town in the middle of the state, nothing much around. It's a baseball town, you know. That's all those people do up there is go to the Swamp Bats games. I remember walking around the town with my mom, and we ran into some people. We're like, hey, like, what's cool? Like, what's fun to do around here? Like, what should I get into this summer? And they're like, oh, you should definitely go to a Swamp Bats game. And I was like, well, I'll be at every single one of those. But no, it was great. I actually got to go down to Boston and catch a Red Sox game. So that was my first time there, and that was pretty cool. Looking back 4 years later, I'm with that organization, so that's pretty neat.